Hi, my name is Leandro Gonzalez, and this is a shortcomings and wishlist video for the Smart Stormwater Smart City System 2.0. Now first, let's talk about the shortcomings of our project. One of the shortcomings, and it's a really annoying issue we're going to get rid of, it's on the users page. There is a page that only admins have access to, and admins should be able to create users and then go ahead and modify that user's information. For some reason, whenever we click on the modify user button, the window that pops up, the form that pops up so that admins can update their user profile, the labels are overlapping with the data, with the actual data, even if there's data in there. So as you can see, the first name label is overlapping that person's first name, actual first name, right? So we couldn't fix it. We tried, we read a lot of documentation, but we couldn't figure out what's happening. It has to be an AngularJS issue, and for some reason it's not recognizing that the model has data in there, and it's making the label overlap. So let's say once we modify something, it will not overlap anymore. But it keeps on thinking that there's no data in here. So that's our first shortcoming. In addition, something we wanted to implement but couldn't was delete multiple sub-users at a time. So if you click on this, if an admin was to click on this actions button, they could click on multi-select and select multiple users. Then he will be able to click on the actions button and click on assign devices. The idea was to have another action in here that would have been delete. So you can select multiple users and delete all of their profiles. For some reason, we couldn't implement it. What happened is we're using Google Cloud Functions for the delete functionality, and it was giving us an error. We're trying to call the function several times in a row. Another shortcoming is, it's not that much of a shortcoming, but that we didn't have time to finish it, implementing it. In the account page, if you make a change and save it, you see how this notification comes up, right? But if you make a change and you're trying to go to a different screen, it'll let you know that there's unsafe changes. However, it would be nice to have it show a different type of notification, not just a regular Google Chrome or Firebase or whatever browser you're using notification. So this, it's something that would have been nice to have it more visually appealing. Now let's talk about our wish list. First, and this was an issue with timing, is in the dashboard. So in the dashboard is where you would be able to see all your devices information. However, we only have two graphs in here showing the fill level and the battery level of the devices. These two graphs are really not that useful. It would have been useful to have a graph showing how the fill level behaves over time for a given device. The thing is, in the dashboard, it probably wouldn't have been the perfect place to place those graphs, because you would need a way to select a device. So we think that maybe in the devices page you could have like a button for each specific device, a button you could click and then go to a page that shows you a graph of how the fill level or the battery level of that device performs over time. We could even have the graphs down here, and instead of showing the users assigned to that specific device. Another wish is that in a future implementation, we should add the color coding that the product owner desires, so you could save, for each user could save a threshold. So whenever a device reaches a certain field level, the marker on the map turns into specific color. So that's something that we could have add. We didn't have enough time to do it, and we focused on different functionality. And our final wish is to communicate with the current devices that the company owns. So in this project, we only communicated with devices that were being created by software engineering and electrical engineering students. The devices are communicating with the Google IoT core, but the company SOP already owns devices that can only communicate through an API. So it would be nice to have the integration with those types of devices and have our application communicate with the APIs. So that's all for the shortcomings and wishlist video of the Stormwater Smart City system. Thank you.